I pretended to be the dumbest vibe coder on earth and used Magic Cloud to create an API. And you can look at the process yourself. My dad says I'm the dumbest schmuck of my generation, and that the nurse dropped me on my head when I was born. I dropped out of elementary school in 3rd grade, and I can barely read and write. So please keep things simple. Thank you for sharing how you feel. Please know that everyone learns at their own pace, and asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. I'm here to help you step by step using simple language and clear instructions. If anything is confusing, just let me know and I'll explain it in an even simpler way. Let's work together. Okay, my dad owns a car dealership, and he asked a couple of Ukrainians to build him a CRM system. They wanted $25,000. I told Dad that I could do it for 5,000. That's great. Would you like to start by listing what your dad wants the CRM to do? My dad wants to keep track of inventory and customers in addition to purchases. Create a database to store all the information, set up tables for inventory, build simple screens or endpoints to add, view, and update this information. Would you like to see a simple drawing, diagram of how these things connect? Yes. So we are tracking cars, we are tracking customers, we are tracking purchases, just as I told it. Would you like me to help you create the database for these? Yes. My dad's shop is named Best Cars. So next I'll create a new database called best_cars. Next I'll help you set up 3 tables inside this database. Would you like me to show you the table structure? Go ahead and create it. So now it's creating 3 tables for me. Fill the database with some example data such that I can show my dad. So now already at this point, if I go into create an SQL Studio in a different tab here now, we will see that I have a database. Let's see, what was the name? Best Cars. I have a database and I can select records from it. Let's see, 3 customers, etc. So now, would you like to see a sample of the data? Create a simple API. My dad says he'll pay me 5,000 once I send him the open ape specification. I'm consciously trying to be dumb here. It's actually not that easy. Great, to generate the open API specification, I need to know which module you want the specification for. I want it to be based upon my database, allowing me to create and read customers, etc. I'll create a module, for example, best cars API. Yes, create it. So now what the system is doing, it's creating folders, and then it's creating HTTP endpoints for my API. For now it's creating the create customers endpoint, then it's creating the get customers endpoint, and then it's creating the endpoint to create a car. And let's see, create car is successful, get cars, read cars. Now it's going on to purchases, creating a purchases folder. So it's apparently organizing each entity from my database in separate folders. Creating and reading customers, cars, and purchases have been created. And here is my OpenAPI specification. Cool. Send the specification on email to dad@iniro.io. And I just earned $5,000. Now let's go and have a look at what the system actually created for me. HyperID, modules, best cars API, cars get. Let's see if it works. It works, it returns cars. Let's post the car. Make 2020. Make a Hummer 2020. Price, a year, 2020 price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know what the bin is. I just wanted to demonstrate that the API endpoint actually works. Here we see Hummer, just insert it. We get customers. We get customers post. We get the purchases get. We get purchases post, etc. And I just made an API. I sanity checked the code the system produced. It was 100% correct on specification, and it works flawlessly. It took me in total 7 minutes, and the system produced perfectly on my specification. I need to emphasize that it isn't perfect, right? It's like around 90-95% accurate, so typically every single time you use it, there's going to be 1 or 2 like bugs or hiccups or hallucinations or stuff like that. But in general, the system works very, very well. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.